Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the NBA coverage. We have an exciting episode for you guys, but before we get started, this podcast is brought to you by Final Form Subs. I actually just took my gummies for today. Joint support, guys. You gotta keep your joints nice and healthy. When you're working out, when you're working hard in the job, sometimes your joints can get a little achy. I suffer from patellar tendonitis. I've had it since middle school. These joint support gummies are really good at keeping your joints lubricated and keeping them healthy. We got all kinds of things: creatine, protein powders, stuff for your skin, stuff for your hair, you name it. Go to finalformsubs.com. That's SUPPS. Finalformsubs.com. Use promo code Strib, all caps, no space. Get 10% off your order on supplements and personal care. Alrighty. So we are going over the first round of the play-in tournament. I got the opportunity to watch all the games and just exciting games. Definitely feels like the play-in tournament. Definitely feels like a playoff intensity. It kind of feels even more intense because in the playoffs it's best out of 7. If you lose the first game, you can kind of bounce back. So the sense of urgency isn't as intense because it's best out of 7. So first team to 4. With the play-in tournament, if you're a lower seed, it's do or die off the rip. You have to win this game for your chance to play in the playoffs. If you're a higher seed, 7 or 8 seed, it's still if you get the win, you get the secured. If you lose, you only have 2 games. If you're a 7 or 8 seed, you have to win at least 1 out of 2 games. So there's a more sense of urgency, and you can definitely tell by how these games are being played. So I have notes for you guys. Phenomenal game. So we're going to go with the first round. We're going to start off with the West. Lakers versus Pelicans. Lakers win. They secure the 7th seed in the playoffs, which they'll face Denver in the first round of the playoffs. Key players for that game. We're going to obviously talk about LeBron James, 23 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Just barely missed that triple-double. 10 for 10 from the free throw. Shot 6 of 20, so wasn't too bad with a plus-minus of 11. Anthony Davis, 20 points, 15 rebounds. Richard Marr had 13 points. D'Lo Russell with a clutch 3 there towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter, 21 points. 6 assists. Austin Reeves, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. So it was a good team ball play. Zion Williamson, he played phenomenal. He had 40 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. But he gets injured late in the fourth quarter. It had to leave the game. So the Lakers get the dub there. Now, Zion leaves for a quarter apparent knee injury, and he is not, I believe he is listed as doubtful, or he will not be available for the must-win game for, I believe, tomorrow, for Friday. But going on to the next game, Kings versus Warriors. Kings get the dub, so the Kings win, and they are to play the Pelicans for the 8th seed. Kings are a 1.5-point favorite over the Pelicans, and it was a dominating victory for the Kings. If we're going to go over the key players for the Kings, what's his name? Keegan Murray, 32 points, 9 rebounds. He shot 10 for 20, 8 for 13 from the 3, so he had made 8 3-pointers. Then Barnes, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Sabonis, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. DeAndre Fox, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Ellis, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. It was a team win. And the Warriors just didn't look like the Warriors. Steph played decently well. Started off a little rough, but he had 22 points. Klay Thompson had 0 points. He shot 0 for 10 from the field. A lot of people are speculating this might be it. I did see a report today that Klay Thompson is entertaining the idea of testing the free agency this offseason. And I did see where if Chris Paul wants to come back, that the Warriors would be interested in extending him and having him back next year. So the Kings get the dub there. Warriors are out. Kings and Pelicans are to play each other starting tomorrow, I believe. No, one of them play today. I'm not 100. What's today's date? The 18th. Yeah, so it starts tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow for the second round, the last round of the play-in tournament. I'll probably do a video after that as well, because now we'll know for the playoffs who's playing who the full picture. Now going to the Eastern game, 76ers secure the seed. 76ers against Miami. Sixers get the win. It was a good, close game. A lot of back and forth, but 76ers get the dub there late. They secure the 7th seed to play New York City in the first round. We're going to go over key players in that game. Obviously, Joel Embiid was a big key player. Joel Embiid had, where is he? Joel Embiid had 23 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. Maxey, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. I always butcher his name. Nicholas Batum, I think that's how you say it. Batum, I think it's Batum. He outstanding, had a season high 20 points, 5 rebounds. And you also had Kelly Oubre, who had some clutch free throws there, 5 for 5 from free throws. Had some clutch free throws. What really secured the game for the 76ers was their free throw shooting in the fourth quarter. I believe they didn't miss a single free throw in the fourth quarter. They did miss one. It was like one, but they were, I believe, 100% from the free throw line in the fourth quarter, which was clutch because they only won by 1 point. So those free throws really made the difference. For the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler had 19 points. Tyler Herro had 25 points. Kev Love had 10 points. Jaquez had 15 points. So it was a good game by both, but 76ers get the dub there late. Now, Jimmy Butler did leave with a apparent knee injury, and so he's expected to be out multiple weeks with a potential MCL injury. So he's going to be out for the do or die game that they have on tomorrow, because this is Thursday. I'll probably post this Thursday. So Bulls to play, and then so I'm getting ahead of myself. The next game, Hawks versus the Bulls. Again, another dominating win by the Bulls. Bulls get the win. So Bulls are to play Miami. At the time, Miami was a 2.5-point favorite. I'm not 100% sure if Miami's still a 2.5-point favorite with Jimmy Butler being out. But Alex Caruso, the Bulls' best defensive player, he's potentially doubtful for this next game with I believe it is a sprain. I believe it's a calf sprain, or it might be an ankle sprain. So that's going to be a big loss for Chicago because Alex Caruso is also a key player offensively and defensively. Now, going over key players in that Atlanta Hawks game, the Bulls win 131 to 16. Chicago Bulls, you got DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan's game is absolutely phenomenal. He can get to his spots. His mid-range, he's top 3 in mid-range shooting this year. I believe the only 2 people ahead of him are Devin Booker and I believe Kevin Durant. So he's third in mid-range shooting. So his mid-range game is absolutely phenomenal. 22 points, 6 rebounds. Then Vucevic, or I can't say his last name. It kills me. But Nikola Vekic. Sorry if I'm butchering his name. But he had 24 points, 12 rebounds. And then Kobe White. I'm becoming a fan of Kobe White. His change of direction, he's very quick with his handle. His first step's quick, but he also kind of has like a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander type of game where he can speed up with his first step. And then once he gets you off balance, he's able to slow down and get you to go past him, or he's able to create that separation he needs to get shots off simply because his change of direction, his footwork is just phenomenal. But Kobe White, 42 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Andre Drummond, who I think he's been out due to injury, but I definitely think if they do make a playoff run, I think Drummond could be that X factor. He comes in, gets you 15 points, 15 rebounds, come and get you 19 points, 10 rebounds. He's a double-double type of player where he could be a dominating force. And he might be quote unquote undersized, but he's a dominating force as a rim protector. He had 19 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and that's only on and I believe he had a couple blocks. Yes, he had 2 blocks, then 2 blocks there in the fourth. Green had 10 points. You had Green had 10 points. So good win for the Bulls. And so the Bulls are to play Miami at Miami for the 8th seed. And then some shout outs I want to make real quick for my notes, but that's going to be what we're looking forward to see how that plays out tomorrow, Friday. Then we'll see who is going to officially make the playoffs. But real quick, shout out to Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin announced his retirement earlier this week. 14 years in the NBA, or played 14 seasons. 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, 2010 to 2011 Rookie of the Year, 2010-2011 All-Rookie, 765 games played, career 19 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 4 assists, and he also was a slam dunk competition, one of the greatest slam dunks competitions of all time. So shout out to Blake Griffin. I'm a huge Blake Griffin fan. I have a Blake Griffin jersey. Anybody I have a jersey of, I am a fan. So I'm a big fan of Blake Griffin. So shout out to Blake Griffin for an amazing career. And then another thing in terms of news and highlights, not a shout out, but Jonte Porter for the Raptors, for the Toronto Raptors, gets a lifetime ban from the NBA due to sports betting. There's a lot of things going on because people, when it first came out, lifetime ban seemed extreme because there are people that have been, cops gambling and sports betting and only got like a year suspension or half a season or a few games. He plays 13 bets for $75,000 payout. But I believe the reason why this is so severe is because he was working in close cahoots with a bookie, and that bookie, with all of the insider knowledge that Jonte Porter was giving, this bookie amassed over $1 million worth of winnings due to Jonte Porter's inside information. So they put a lifetime ban on Jonte Porter, so he's banned from the NBA. It's sad to see. Young guy, had some talent, had potential, but now, will he appeal it? I don't know how that's going to go, what he's going to do in terms of what he can do, because that's a very serious thing in the sports, because they want to protect the integrity of the game. But that's pretty much the biggest news. There have been some contract extensions, I believe. Oh my gosh, his name escapes me now, but I'll have those notes for next episode. But there's been some extensions with the Suns. Grayson Allen, got it. Grayson Allen gets a 3-year, I believe, $75 million extension with the Suns. So there's some stuff going on at play here, but that's going to be pretty much this first round of the play-in tournament. We'll have a recap of the second round of the play-in tournament, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty starting Saturday for the NBA playoffs. My favorite time of the year. I love the NBA. I love the playoffs. I follow from game 1 to the last game of the season. I am fully invested into the NBA, and I'm excited for these playoffs to get started. But that is going to do it all for this episode of the NBA coverage. We'll catch you guys after the second round of the play-in tournament.
I'm gonna chase my dreams, my life.